Hey everyone, Jimmy here. So the gameplay video you're about to watch is only made possible thanks to the generous contributions of our patrons. If you like this content and want to see more of it, head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/commandzone to help support the show. We're not asking for a lot. Even a single dollar goes a long way to helping us create more awesome content just like this. All right, enough chit chat, on with the video.
Hi, I'm Josh Lee Kwai. I am the co-host of the, I can't say hi. How's it? I'm Josh Lee Kwai. I am the co-host of the Command Zone podcast.
My name is Vincent, but everyone calls me Vinny. I teach high school biology, and I met Jimmy and Josh at a local LGS, and I've been in their playgroup ever since.
Hey, I'm Craig Blanchett, and I'm the guy who introduced Jimmy to Commander.
My name is Jimmy Wong. You know me as a host of the Command Zone. So the goal of today was to bring everyone together and have everyone either play a partnered commander or one of the new 4-color commanders from Commander 2016, test it out, and see what kind of brews everyone could come up with.
So I brought Kynaios and Tiro. It's a group hug type deck. Building the deck pretty much came out of the idea that I love group hug strategies, but I also wanted people to keep attacking. Not me, but attack everyone else. That's great.
So I chose Kydele, aka K, and Bruse Tarl. So the main strategy is you play a lot of Wheel of Fortune effects because K taps for colorless mana equal to the amount of cards that you've drawn that turn. That seems really broken to me because not only do you draw a bunch of cards, but you also now have a ton of mana to cast those cards that you just drew.
I'm really excited about playing Breya, Etherium Shaper. I wanted to build a deck that abused enter the battlefield triggers, had a lot of overall value, and then sort of had some kind of fun, flashy win conditions. And I'm also playing Panharmonicon for the first time, which is gonna be sweet. The card was built for Commander. It's an artifact itself. I'm guessing I'm probably gonna make a ton of Thopters and then just be sacking them willy-nilly.
So I built Atraxa Infect, and I built Saskia Infect.
So you're gonna be everybody's friend today?
I'm gonna be everybody's friend. So Infect works where, regardless of how many life you have, if you have 10 poison counters, you're dead. I think I'm gonna play Saskia first. The ability to point damage at somebody if I deal damage to somebody else seemed crazy in Infect.
Well, so when you play against Craig Blanchett, and I've been playing against him for a long time, you just have to be ready for Infect or just fast decks.
Every single game, he's out there swinging before anyone else.
And I'm really terrified that group hug gets him off to a start faster than anyone else. That's why I'm hoping Ghostly Prison Propaganda keeps him off of me, pointing at someone else.
I'm expecting to see extremely broken stuff from Jimmy. Like, you give him artifacts with red, like, I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect from Jimmy, but I know it's gonna be stupid.
One of the things Jimmy Wong is really good at is sort of like staying alive, and then having this turn where he just kills everybody. He just assembles the pieces and goes, yep, I think I can win here, and then boom, and you're like, crap, we died. That just happened.
Vinny does like decks that sort of hide and you don't really realize what's happening until it's too late.
He does play a lot of really sneaky stuff that you wouldn't think of.
Josh Lee Kwai, he is the political master.
Josh plays a completely different type of game than I've seen other people play before. He plays more of a political game.
I feel like I'll look at Josh and be like, I could swing at Josh, but I just know that there's gonna be consequences. There's gonna be lots of consequences. I'm never gonna hear the end of it if I do.
So all things could happen. I could die to a bunch of 8/8s. I could die to Infect on turn 4, or I could just get infinited out on turn 12. So all of them sound fun. I mean, hopefully I do stuff too.
Being able to play this against everyone else for the first time is gonna be really interesting because I'm gonna get to see what works, what doesn't. I think one of the most exciting parts about Commander is playing a new deck for the first time.
All right, let's play.
Let's play some Commander. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Good luck,
Frontier
boys.
Bivouac.
Temple Garden untapped, I lose 2.
Oh no! Oh gosh!
Okay.
Tap for Plague Mirror.
Oh my gosh!
It started out really fast for me. I got Shockland turn 1 into Soul Ring into Plague Mirror.
The Infect deck gets off to a Soul Ring start.
We're in trouble, boys.
And turn 2, Craig says, okay,
Let's let fate decide.
1 and 2 is Jimmy, 3 and 4 is Josh, 5 and 6 is Vinny.
3. All right, Josh Lee Kwai. I'm going to cast Larger Than Life on my Plague Mirror. I attack Josh.
Craig attacks me for 5 Infect on turn 2.
Craig thinks we're playing Modern.
Not my turn 2, it's still my turn 1.
I'm halfway dead.
I'm gonna play Chief Engineer, artifact spells you have. Convoke.
My turn 2 is just another land. You know, I can't play anything.
I played out Soul Ring into Academy Rector. I put it out as an early blocker, hoping that Academy Rector would take the hit, and I get to pull out an enchantment. Any kind of enchantment that let me hit my land drops, because I was hurting at that point.
I declare attacks.
Craig says, you know, you're like a rabid dog. You gotta latch on to one victim and keep biting until that person is gone.
I swing at Josh for 1.
On his turn 3, he attacks me again for 1 more. That brings me to 6 poison counters. And then he plays 2 more infect guys.
It was really nice, actually, because I was under literally 0 pressure from anyone. And I was like, all right, well, I guess turn 3 I'll play Rhystic Study. I had time to go and study. I had time to go look at some books and draw extra cards.
So on my turn 3, I untap, staring at 5 infect. I have to play a creature. I play Magus of the Wheel, so it's a 3/3. So it can profitably block Craig's creatures. It's precarious, but I'm like, okay, there's a chance here.
I'll play Sphere of Safety.
So I was gonna name Jimmy with Saskia, but Vinny had just put out a Sphere of Safety. I was just kind of thinking, like, I don't know how many enchantments he's playing. I don't want to be paying like 6 to attack him.
Craig played Saskia, naming me, and I thought I was safe with Sphere of Safety.
Move to attacks. Full swing at Josh.
Craig attacks me with all 3 of his creatures. I only have 1, so I choose to block the Razor Swine. I mean, I have to block or I'll die. So my guy eats his, but the other 2 go unblocked and I take 3 more poison. So now I'm at 9 infect, so I'm 1 away, which is the worst place to be because he doesn't even have to attack me now. If he just draws a card that says the word proliferate, I'm dead. If he draws anything that makes anybody unblockable, I'm dead. If he just plays more creatures than I can block that have infect, I'm dead.
I didn't even play Breya on turn 4. I could have, instead I played the Vidalcan Orrery.
Must be nice to just cast something that doesn't do anything.
No massacres.
The next turn I play Kydele, which gives me 2 blockers, and he's only got 2 infect creatures, so I'm alive.
Josh. Stabilized over there.
We can swing at Jimmy to hit Vinny.
I think that might be the way, because at least that way I get 2 people.
All right, well, do your worst, bro.
All right, Jim, 2 of these at you.
I will block like that.
I will maze my dude.
Okay, so I take 2 infect.
Yep.
And Vincent.
Vince takes 2 infect as
It begins. Because I have a Vidalcan Orrery, I can just at this point very safely pass turn.
And then it comes to my 5th turn, and I have a choice, and I decided to Wheel of Fortune, which maybe wasn't correct because Craig gets to draw a bunch of cards, but it does make Kay able to tap for 8 mana. I have cards in the deck like Ulamog, Kozilek. Also, maybe I draw into something like a Fireball and then I can kill all the infect guys. So I decided to go for it.
Josh, Wheel of Fortune, which drew me into an amazing hand.
I still have Magus of the Wheel out on the table though, and this was a really interesting moment. I mean, it's hard to know what was right. The problem was, if I sacrifice Magus of the Wheel right there, I now have 1 blocker, it's Kydele. So, or he's got 2 attackers. I will 100% die if I don't draw a creature that I can cast off of the Magus of the Wheel. So I decided to play a couple of artifacts and Bruse Tarl, so I would still have 2 blockers and hope that, 2 blockers were gonna be enough to survive 1 more turn. Turns out the 7 cards he drew off Wheel of Fortune were awesome.
All right, I cast Prowler's Helm.
This creature can't be blocked except by walls.
I cast Putrefex.
Oh boy.
Trample, haste, infect.
I
I am dead. I am dead.
declare attacks. Full swing at Josh.
So I'm at 5 poison. Unfortunately, any damage that gets through Josh that's infect is also gonna come at me because of Saskia. So 5 + 5, that's 10.
Josh's Wheel of Fortune was very fortuitous for me.
So end of my turn, before his turn, Jimmy was able to just like fill his board up with all these artifacts.
End of turn, I'm gonna flash in Mana Crypt, convoke out a Soul Ring, and then I'm going to convoke out Breya and get 2 Thopters, and then I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3 to play Trinket Mage, convoke out Sensei's Divining Top, and then I'm gonna Mana Crypt out Unwinding Clock.
Is this still on end step?
Yeah, this is all in
it's still on Craig's answer.
Then Jimmy took his turn, which was just draw go.
Because of that 1 Wheel of Fortune that Josh did, I had tons of options essentially.
I cast Rancor.
Craig has his 1 creature left. I'm at 2 infect. He puts on Rancor and Prowler Sum, so it's unblockable.
Declare attacks.
Okay, how big is he now?
He is a 4/2.
Okay,
swing at you.
I had answers for almost everything.
I will flash out Vicious Shadows.
Jimmy's got a huge board state, and he's got Breya out, so I know he's got some sort of like battle tricks going on, but I know that they target my creature.
So I'm going to sacrifice the Thopters to give this creature -4/-4 and just kill it before it can do any damage.
And I know that I have an ace in the hole.
I'm going to tap 2 to use Breya's ability to sacrifice the 2 Thopters, and I'm going to make that get -4/-4 till end of turn.
You're going to target it?
Yeah, I'm going to target it.
I cast Stonewood Invocation.
Craig plays a card I haven't seen in a very long time, which is Stonewood Invocation. It has the very important text of split second, so I couldn't kill it after the fact. It gave it +5/+5 and essentially Shroud.
Which, with my unblockable, takes him out unquestionably.
So I was in an awful spot because now this creature was going to kill me. It was unblockable.
I think I have the winning hand.
Okay, so these 2 Thopters go to the graveyard. Because of Vicious Shadows, 2 creatures got put into the graveyard, so you lose cards in hand?
6.
It's 12 life. And then I'm going to Anguished Unmaking your Prowler's Helm.
He gets rid of my Prowler's Helm,
So I can block it out, and I stuff all my blockers in front of it,
he doesn't go up any Infect.
and a bunch of creatures die.
Then his Vicious Shadows. Oh my goodness. And every time a creature died, I was taking damage for the amount of cards in my hand.
Takes Craig from 30+ life all the way down to 8. That was it. I avoided all the damage the next turn. I just played Breya out, sacked more artifacts, and Craig immediately died.
Vicious Shadows was definitely what took me out in the end.
First time I played the deck, but yeah, it worked really smoothly. There was a lot of interaction, a lot of synergy between the cards, and I'm interested to see how it plays the second time around. I win!
For game 2, I decided to go with Atraxa Infect.
So how is this different than the Saskia one?
This one, you want to get a bunch of creatures out early and deal at least 1 Infect to everybody by the time you get Atraxa out. So then when you proliferate, you're giving everybody 1 additional Infect counter and getting the most value out of her.
So the deck played, it's hard to tell, but there was this little flash of a moment where I Wheel of Fortuned and I could see like, oh, the deck could work, right? If I can get to that position again, but not be at 9 poison counters, then maybe the deck can do something cool. So I'm pretty excited for game 2.
All right, you guys ready?
Game 2.
Let's go.
A draw for turn. Drop, go.
I'm gonna fetch.
Go ahead, Vinny.
Go ahead.
Temple Garden untapped.
Oh, crap.
And Blight Mamba.
God dang it.
White Mamba! Dude!
Infect is just fun.
See, I'm having flashbacks. I'm having traumatic flashbacks. I started out a little better than last time.
Ooh, top Felor.
So
Sweet. Declare attacks.
Yeah.
Craig was very nice. He gave me immunity from the first attack. Because, you know, he'd killed me with Infect the previous game, so he took pity upon me, which put Jimmy square in the crosshairs.
Take one.
Okay. Flencermite.
Flencermite.
So early game, I just played out Relic and Progenitus and Commander Sphere just to get off to a little bit of color fixing.
Then turn 4, I was able to get out a Power Matrix.
What is this card? Not good.
So I moved to combat, attack Josh with my Flencermite and Vinny with my Blight Mamba. So now I was able to get 1 Infect to everybody at least, and yeah, I think 2 to Josh.
This is a good way to just have the whole table kill you, though, also.
Yeah.
I'll play Eldrazi Displacer.
Ruh-roh.
Doesn't really
It happened!
It matters when a break
When
gets
Breya
out.
comes out, yeah.
Good for
but-
you, Jim.
I drew a Soul Ring, played it, and I was able to play K on time. I also got Thrasios out early, which was really good because just having a 2-drop is just strong against Infect.
The game really started once I played Font of Mythos, okay? I'm helping you.
Yeah,
So don't hurt me.
no problem.
Don't hurt me. Having Font of Mythos on the board let everybody pretty much draw into the plans that they needed and the lands that I needed.
So then next turn 5, I declare attacks.
Yeah, go for it.
Do either of you have flyers?
No.
Nobody's got fire.
No one has flyers. Yeah.
Tap my Power Matrix, targeting this Flencermite again. Swing at Jim. And I'm going to cast Vines of Vastwood.
No.
Kicked Vines of Vastwood. So Jim goes up to 7 Infect.
I now know what it's like to be perilously close to death from Infect by like turn 4, and it was terrifying.
I'm gonna play a Soul Ring, and I'm gonna cast my commander.
Man, Breya is an excellent commander. The fact that she comes out with the tokens, you just need 2 extra mana to do so many different things.
On the following turn, I played Alhammerit's Archive. So with Vinny's Font of Mythos, I'm able to draw 5 cards on each of my draw steps. And then K now taps for 5 mana without me doing anything else, which is a huge boon to the deck.
I played out Kynaios and Tiro in order to get the land drops, all my mana ramping that I needed.
Draw. High demonic tutor.
Oh,
I don't like this.
What's the worst infect card you can get right now?
Anything.
Jim.
Yeah?
You want to draw 3?
No. I'm gonna draw 3 cards next turn. Why would you ask me that?
I'd cast Caress of Phyrexia.
Oh no.
So Jimmy was at 7 poison, and Craig just gives 3 poison counters out of nowhere. I'm like, yes, I got him.
Wait, so am I dead right now?
Yeah.
There was nothing, and then Vinny.
Jimmy. I would like 2 turns of not hurting me.
I'll give you 4 turns, Vinny.
In my hand, I had Swan Song. I got 4 turns out of it just for 1 Swan Song. 1 blue mana. That's a pretty good deal, I have to admit.
Vinny does some deal with Jimmy.
Yes! Brutal. Oh, sick.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. All right, and swing at Vinny.
Hold on. I'm gonna sack 2 Thopters and give it -4/-4.
Okay.
Thank you,
Man
sir.
of his word.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Pyromancer Goggles.
Oh boy.
Doubles.
And then I will pass turn.
So I played out Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight, which doubles any damage that's dealt to opponents and halves anything that's being dealt to me, which is great to keep off the Infect menace that is Craig.
I play Skitherix, Blight Dragon with haste.
Oh god.
Skittles. Then I declare attacks.
Yep.
Jim, attack you.
Okay. Don't even worry about it yet, Vinny.
All right, sure.
I'm going to Eldrazi displace my Breya. Get 2 Thopters. Block.
I give Skittles trample.
Now I need your help.
Okay.
I lied.
I will untap the attacking Skitherix.
Jimmy's able to just stabilize just barely with Vinny's help, and Amazavith used every turn.
Sick.
Vinny kept helping him.
I'm just sitting there like, because I'm, the world's my oyster. It's like I'm drawing a million cards. Nobody's looking at me.
I play Icarus.
What does that do?
Everybody gets a poison counter.
Oh my god.
I'm at 2. Jim's at 8.
At 8.
I'm gonna
Great.
get you, Jim.
What am I gonna do?
Really, the big problem for me was Breya, because Jimmy was leaving all of his mana open. Now, he was doing this so he could instantly kill Atraxa because he couldn't afford to let the proliferate happen. But he could just as easily take out Kydele if I started to go off. So I was sort of subtly looking for a spot to take that ability away from Jimmy so I could try to win.
Play Arjun.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
that seems fun.
I think I just have to pass.
So I play out Invasion Plans, which lets the attacking player choose how blocks happen.
Now, Vinny, just saying, it can work together. And you can kill my stuff after we take other people out.
And I wanted to capitalize on this opportunity. You're not gonna die, Craig. You're not gonna die. Okay? I'm just gonna attack, and I made his Skitherix block. That made my Gisela eat his Skitherix for free. It was great. Then I played Mystic Barrier, so I made everybody only attack the player to the right.
Turn my Ink Moth into a creature.
Yep.
Put Rancor onto said creature.
Yep.
Okay. Don't forget he has Amazavith.
Yep.
Yeah, he
I
knows.
Enter attacks.
Yep.
Oh, is it rounded up for Giselle?
It's half.
Oh,
It's
son
half.
of a gun.
It's
Oh,
half.
all right. Hold on.
Oh, it is rounded up.
That's
Sorry.
right.
It
Okay,
is
so
rounded
I
up.
don't want to attack you.
You have to.
You have to. You can't attack anyone else.
I don't want to attack you. I want to attack Josh.
No, you have to attack him
Yeah.
because of Mystical Bear.
Ah, Vinny! I could have helped you, Vin. I could have helped you. We could have won this. I play Atraxa.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna displace.
Yep.
And I will pay 2 -4/-4 Atraxa.
Okay.
No proliferate.
So I finally saw an opening where Jimmy only had 1 mana untapped. He'd used Eldrazi Displacer to flicker Breya up to make a bunch of Thopters to defend himself against Craig. Okay, hold on. After you do that, I'm going to Cyclonic Rift.
Oh
to
no!
find
I hope you're happy, Josh. I hope you're happy.
So when I Cyclonic Rift, that triggers Arjun.
That's going to put my hand on the bottom of my library and draw 6 new ones. So that's 6 cards, draw 6, and then Elhammer's Archive will draw me 6 more.
So it gets back to my turn after Josh riffs, and I'm like, I can play out my hand and do other stuff, but I have a feeling that I need to affect the board in a big way.
I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and play Ugin. Ooh. Do I want Arjun to go?
It kind of messes up his, like, he can't have a consistent, he has to play one spell out
yeah,
of everything he
all
has.
minus 4 him. I could have gotten rid of Arjun with Ugin, but I decided not to. I decided to minus for 4 to get rid of everything but Arjun. It actually messed Josh up a little more than anything else because he had to keep recycling his hand over and over again. And without Hamrat's Archive, he'd be drawing extra cards for all of those Arjun triggers. So eventually it would get to the point where he would actually draw his entire library, have 0 cards left, and he would insta-deck himself.
In response, I'm gonna Mystical Tutor, which will Arjun. So I'll draw 30.
Everything except for Arjun gets exiled. That's colored.
Now it's my turn. I'm in this real bind though because I can only cast 2 spells before Arjun kills me. On the first spell, I'll draw 60, and on the second spell, I'll have to draw 120, which I can't do. So
Path my own Arjun.
So the trigger still happens, right?
Yeah.
So I draw 60 cards.
So Josh has to path to exile on his own creature, and then he casts a couple more draw spells, and all of a sudden,
7, 8, 9. 10 cards in my library. She costs 6 now. Lightning Greaves, so she taps for 87.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was able to close the game out by just fireball everybody for 1 million.
Josh does these crazy things sometimes where he's like tapping for 60 mana, drawing 60 something cards per turn. Like it was insane.
Unfortunately, all the card draw that I had given the entire group helped Josh draw into his wheel effects. So I think I might have made a mistake.
It's kind of like what the Mizzix decks always wants to do. Pretty sweet.
Always cool when you can draw 87 cards in a turn. That was fun. Victory!
I'm still excited for the deck. I definitely needed, I think, 1 or 2 more pieces of must attack to have all the opponents attacking, because everybody had creatures out on the board, but I didn't draw into the cards I needed for them to keep attacking.
For the K deck, I mean, we thought it'd be strong, but it feels really strong because wheel effects and such are so good at churning through your deck and finding the pieces you need that you sort of don't have the problems that a lot of decks have as far as consistency, where they're like, I need these things, but sometimes I don't find them. Well, if you Wheel of Fortune 4 times in a game, your chances of finding those things are so much higher.
I think it was awesome. The fact that this was able to take out 2 people at the table by turn 4 or 5, I think I'm going to be playing Saskia again.
So the power level is definitely very much up there for these decks, and I think the next big thing is just to start experimenting with the partners and see which ones combo with the other ones. So really looking forward to it.